Hello everyone and welcome back. We are here for the final match of round 1 in 5v5. You're seeing my lovely face here rather than going straight to the game talk because I wanted to have a quick chat with you about the future of this channel. Last round, actually this round, I started streaming to Twitch. And there's a couple reasons why I did. First is it's honestly more fun for me. That's where I get to interact with you while this is going on, as opposed to me just speaking to a computer screen and a camera. I honestly like that a lot better because, I don't feel like I'm lecturing as much. Two is making these videos, especially for both accounts, is a huge time suck. There's probably about a half hour of prep before I start each attack. Then the attacks, as you've seen, last about a half hour. And then afterwards, they take probably 15 to 20 minutes in kind of post-attack editing or doing what I need to do to get it uploaded to you. So that means you add in a second account, and I'm spending about 2.5 hours every time I attack in Grand Arena. And quite frankly, that's a lot of time that I can be using to do something better. And when I say something better, I don't mean something selfishly better. I mean actually make videos that I want to make, and hopefully that you want to watch. So when I say I want to use that time to make different videos, what I mean is I like making videos teaching people how to use certain teams or how to counter certain teams. I want to do more than just do my Grand Arena attacks. And so saving time while I'm doing my attacks is going to let me hopefully put out more educational videos and videos that will help you in the future. So with that said, what I'm doing, I don't want this YouTube channel to disappear, obviously, because I'm still going to be putting out videos. At the same time, I know everybody can't watch live. I mean, for everyone to be around when I'm around to my attacks just isn't realistic. So instead, what I'm going to do, I'm going to package up my attacks that I've done on Twitch. I'm still going to publish them to YouTube. You can still watch them on YouTube. I will do some editing in there. That way, we can act like I made the video like I normally do for YouTube, and if you like watching it on YouTube, you still can. While I'm doing the Twitch streams, I'm still going to talk like I did in the video, explaining why I'm doing something and how I'm doing something. Just now, you're probably going to see some interaction where people have questions, and they might be questions that you had as well. So hopefully this helps. We're going to try it this round and see how it goes. This round, honestly, is probably going to be less edited than normal just because work was ridiculous the past 2 days because I had a trial, and honestly, all my time was spent on that trial. That's over now, though, so starting next round, you're going to see individual videos. This one is going to be both my main account and my alt, so you're going to see it's like an hour-long video. I'm sorry for that. With that said, though, thank you for joining me. I truly do appreciate it. As you can see, I got fancy new lights for the back. We're going to get a new picture hanging behind my head. It's not going to be a Parthenon fairly soon. We're going to start to see an X-Wing when we make these videos. I'm actually very excited about that. So with that said, let's get into the video itself. Let's talk about what we're doing tonight and actually get into the fun part of this. So, you can see the board. My guy has not attacked yet. When we come back, we can see he is, he's got the ultimate ray. He has Supreme Leader Kylo. Now, his Supreme Leader Kylo there is R7. Thankfully, he is not R7 in the game. I guess when he signed up for Grand Arena, he was only G12. I have a fun new Kylo counter we're going to be using tonight, and so it'll be good to test it on the G12 first. So this is what I'm facing. Heavy Relic, Grievous squad. I have this Supreme Leader Kylo squad. So this is my top. This Bosk I'm not really scared of. You can see he's only at 279. Health and protection isn't that strong. And I think Rambam is in my bracket for the GA Center. Did he full clear? Because they're going by banners 1. So even if you lose, technically you can finish first. And Plasma, that if your opponent needs to average 61 banners, I would feel good about that. That's a strong score you put up. I want to keep this sort of like I did my videos as well, and so I did import in, how I'm going to plan this, because one of the things I like talking about is why we do things. And see, that 1870-ish banners makes me feel better. Even though last round I couldn't beat a Geo team because Zareth gave me bad advice. And yes, I am going to call him out on this one. But I feel his pain, but it makes me happy at the same time. I need to move up those standings. So, here's what I'm planning. You can see that Supreme Leader Kylo team. I'm going to be trying this GK counter tonight. I've done it in Arena against Ultimate Kylos a few times now and got the win. It's basically abusing 5s and Zaris keeps him alive, along with GK. If it goes south, then it goes south. And unfortunately lose again. But the good thing is, my opponent's Rey, I'm 90% sure, is not hiding in the back. And I'm saying that because of this Watt on the Nute team. He would need Nute to counter my Watt if I placed it on defense, so they wouldn't do that. Ooh, look at that. Baka too. I'm blowing up here. So, we're going to use GK. Hopefully it goes well, and then that'll let me use Darth Revan on this General Grievous team that has all the heavy relics. And I don't have it filled in, but my plan is to use General Skywalker with a short-handed team. And, well, thank you for joining, at least for the short term, Baka. I'm going to try and use the General Skywalker on a short-handed team on that Asajj. So, that's the plan. Let me show you the quick matchup. And you can see on the matchup, I have a lot of green, except for when it comes to double, down on the bottom, the double GLs. That's the curse of my Grand Arena so far. But when it comes to mods, my opponent has good mods. I have better, except for the plus 20. When it comes to Zetas, I have 7 more, though 2 of those are on Jedi Knight Luke, so they really don't count right now. I have more G13. I have the better every stat when it comes to Grand Arena. But when it comes to this season, he's already in Carbonite and... Or no. He's, already in Carbonite. So, need to do something about that. Oh wait, Carbonite. He's in Carbonite, so... He hasn't come out of Carbonite yet, which means he hasn't full cleared a few times. So, let's get the party started. And we'll rock this GK counter. on Supreme Leader Kylo. So, I need my Jedi. GK, and this is Jedi Knight Anakin. This lets you save gas, which is fantastic. And then we just come up to the 501st. We're going to want arc. We're going to want 5s. And let's get going. So, the idea is they attack 5s because that's what First Order does. GK will taunt, and they are going to shift the attacks between the two. Jedi Knight Anakin likes to do a lot of damage. And you're hopefully clearing them. Now, they're going to be critting a lot. Their Supreme Leader Kylo is only G12. He's not going to be doing a ton of damage. And so, hopefully they're not killing either of my tanks. I do have GK loaded up with a ton of health to help with that Zaris situation. Now, the key to this is kill Red Panda and kill him often, or first, because he's the one that really, he can make this team go. Alright, this should kill Panda and Hux. Now we'll do the mass heal, kill the First Order Stormtrooper. Next will be Fox. And let's give everyone Retribution. Kill that Fox, and now let's kill a Kylo. Fantastic. 56 banners. I even finished one person had full protection. Bariss is fantastic. I hated her for 2+ years. But even if she wasn't working in this counter, she is just a fantastic toon now. Especially with using her with Rey on defense is quite fun as well, because she will, just her passive will clear off the shock, and it makes it much harder. Now, I don't have any of my offense teams saved here. I really need to actually get on that. So, bring in the Sith Empire against this Grievous team. Alright, lay down shock. Now, steal the turns, and there we go. Now we just need to wait for Grievous to take a turn, or we need to knock somebody down to 50% health, I should say. Alright. And we're going to knock Grievous himself down to 50% health, so very happy with how we're starting this round off. This Grand Arena has been a nightmare between my two accounts, even though I'm 3-1, so it's nice to start off decently. 2.5 million. Oh yeah, you have a ton to go. I will say Zaris should not be high on that list. Not at your GP level. You have too many other important teams to build. The good news is, at 2.5 million, you're basically a blank slate. You can go any direction you want. Alright, so there's Grievous, done for 56 banners. Let's just hope there's not a Rey in the back. Oh, I went way too heavy on offense. Here. Which means I need to start worrying about efficiency, because this could get he's gonna go heavy offense too. So let me do this. Let me bring this back up, and we can fill in the last two teams, Karth and Geos. And neither of them scare me, because I am actually prepared this time for the Geos, unlike last time. So, I brought Talzin. I should not be three-shotting any Geos there. Karth, god, what do I want to... This is basically overkill. So, I'll take the Geos off here, and I'll use my Ray there, because that's obviously the toughest team. I'm going to use Gas here. And then... this Karth team, who do I... It's overkill. We'll just use the trio, I guess, here. Get an undersized feat. Actually, what feats are there going on right now? We can take a look at that. Let's see. I'll use the trio with Lando and Lobot. We'll get that. We'll get the title of Baron Administrator. Let's see. Dinner guest, I don't care about. Alright, so we'll at least get Lando. Alright. Let's see. Let's start up top. And I haven't gotten to use my troopers all Grand Arena, and I love this team. Another team not to build at 2.5 million, but once you do get them built, they are a fun team. So the idea here is you use the Death Trooper grenade, it resets all their cooldowns, you kill the weakest one so that you fill up your turn meter completely, then you kill Boba, then you kill Greedo, and then you have Death Mark that you can apply to Bosk, and they never get a turn. So a perfect 60 banners on that one. Let's see. For this Nute team, we're going to use Rey. Alright, so we will use RH, go Separatist route, and we'll throw Watt in, and we'll do this undersized. Will we? Yeah, why wouldn't we? At the very least, Rey will just wreck them all. So their Watt goes. My Watt will go. Let's get Resistance Hero Finn going often. We also don't want him dying. Swap turn meter with Poe. Hand out Inspired, and let's kill Watt before he gives off a second tech. Now we'll give that tech to Poe. Alright. there goes Nest. Let's build up the bonus protection. Yeah, troopers, that's the thing. You need them at G13 to fight G13. If they're, you don't need them at G13 to fight Murder Bears. Unless you're facing my alt account, which has a G13 Murder Bear. But they just do, they're just such a good team. Alright. Now we'll just take out Jango, and that's all she wrote. So 59 there because of Rey's health. Next, for the sisters, let's bring in the 5-0 first. Okay, so dispel zombie. Start attacking that Daka. Alright, well, there's that team. This is going to be... I am streaming both my accounts tonight. It's probably a good thing, because this is going to be a fast attack. Alright, let's take out these Geos just in case something goes funky. Ooh, look at that. Xerath's in chat. Xerath, just in time for Night Sisters. They're your favorite team. Alright, let's see if we can get a stun. No, of course not. Dispel. Now, where is dear old Pogge? Let's see if we can stun him. I have heard about your storied love of Night Sisters. And here's my storied love of Night Sisters and how they would have let me full clear last time if I was smart and brought them on offense like I normally do. Come on, get a stun. Dispel the taunt. Come back. Yeah, you go. Bring everyone back. Alright, tenacity down actually got a stun there. Dispel offense up. I did it just the right time because Spy got the big hit. Bring him back. First we choose it. Now let's kill Spy. And these Geos are dead. Yeah, Meowbaka, I've run the problem this first week of GA where I've had trouble finding a balance between offense and defense. I either feel like this round where I'm killing everything, or last round where I didn't full clear because I didn't have enough offense. Who am I using here? Oh, Treya. The good news is on my alt account, I just got Daka up to 120k health. So for this round, I can't be using her. To clear Geos, but next round, I will be able to. And where's my pathetic Lobot? Oh, poor Lobot. Plasma. That's the benefits of being in Division 4. Xerath. Xerath handled Division 4 well back in the day, aka, what, 2 Grand Arenas ago? And there goes Lobot. Alright, let's dispel offense up. goodbye, Karth. Now, Wampa, I don't want you taking a turn. Goodbye, Canderous. Don't let her hide. And there goes mission. So now we just have to kill Zalbar. That will be easy enough. Lando should, in theory, finish with full health. And let's see if Scion can. Yeah, that should have done it. So 55 banners because of trying to get that stupid feat. Is that... Oh, Bariss is on defense. Wow, he really saved everything for offense. Let's... Galactic Republic. Alright. Yeah, in Plasma, it's fairly safe to say up through Division 2, you're going to continue to see Ewoks or Phoenix. Most of the people that finish at the top of Division 1 in the standings are at 4.5 million, and they save Nest for offense every time because they run into Ewoks or Phoenix and they want to solo them. Well, not Phoenix. They run into Ewoks and they keep their Nest just to solo Ewoks every time. Unfortunately, that does not happen when you're at 6.4 million. Sure no one dies. And there goes Boba. Now, take out that Foresight, bring in 5s, and hit hard. Alright, there we go. 62 banners, not fantastic, not awful. 1917. Well, he has a lot for offense, so we'll see how that goes. I'll show the results next time. Not displeased with that. That's for sure. I may be kicking myself for doing that Lobot feat, but let's collect that feat at least. That title is actually a fun title, because it's... let's see, gas mining was a lucrative operation that Lando capitalized on. Now, that's actually a boring title in there, but I am a Baron Administrator, at least. Alright, here is the final board. My opponent finally attacked. Here you can see I got a win on this General Grievous team. You know, this has kind of been my goal so far, of put the hardest teams down in this bottom, which is the opposite of what I used to do. I used to put the B teams on the bottom. That way you have to kind of worry about going through them and hitting a bad team in the back, or a strong team, I should say. Now I'm putting the best teams on the bottom, because now they have to commit really good teams, expecting that Rey might be in the back to be countered. And so it's causing people to undercommit now, because they need to keep their Rey counters, and I'm getting wins by doing it this way now that Galactic Legends are around. In the back, you can see it was one shot. And up top, it was all one shot. And then in fleet, it was also all one shot. If you look at that score, I stole a lot of banners with these defense teams. So I didn't just get the win. Even without that win by the Grievous team, he would have only scored 1890. So clearly was doing something right here. With that said, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching this video and joining me throughout this. And I'm going to leave a link to the Twitch page. So if you want to watch the live streams, you can also jump on for the live streams as well. With that said, have a good one, guys. We'll see you in round 2 of Grand Arena. Alright, I am back. And here's my alt accounts board. So I do have a Galactic Legend on my alt. I have it on offense. I'll show you my defense here, and then we'll talk about the matchup and kind of what I'm going to do. I placed Darth Revan on defense last time. I ended up getting the win, but it was a very ugly win because I didn't have Darth Revan on offense, and I needed him because my opponent placed Grievous Watt, and I didn't have him. So I took Darth Revan off the front so I can use him in the back. Up here, I placed my Grievous Watt because I have my Rey on offense. And so I can place my Grievous Watt and hopefully cause some trouble. Then in the back here, I have Kira Nest team, and I have my Jedi Knight Revan. Look at what I'm facing, and I actually get to face Greef and Mando here. It's only a Gear 10 Mando, but the whole point of this team is basically to get his disintegration fast. So I'm going to have to deal with that. I'm facing Grievous Watt. That tells me that they kept their Galactic Legend for offense as well. So I'm glad I have my Darth Revan. And then I'm facing this Night Sister team. Only a G11 Spirit, but Daka and Asajj are G13 and Relic. Then we come down here, and I have this Karth team that I want to beat it before I talk trash about it, but it is not the scariest team on the board. I'll put it that way. So then I also have this Finn team. That Finn team does have relics that Scav Rey is going to hit hard, so I do have to worry about that a little bit. The Finn teams are not nearly as scary as the Finn teams were in 3v3, though. So, let me bring up the matchup here, and then we will talk about how we're going to approach this. So, here is the actual matchup between us. Yes, I cheated, and I just did this on Hotbot with my main account, which you can't see, and I cut off, so which is why you don't see any green here. But if you look, when it comes to mods, it's interesting, the mod breakdown. He's got more plus 20, he has the same amount of plus 15, but then I have a ton more of plus 10. When it comes to Zetas, I have 6 more. Really, the average speed, even though his high-end speed mods are better, the average speed of my top 80 characters is higher. So he must have just some some good mods sitting on some bad characters. When you look at the Grand Arena stats, he is a very good player. We're basically the same in Grand Arena stats. He killed one of the 3v3s. That's how he got that 55,000 for that best score. So he must have knocked that out of the park. Relics, he's got more relics than me, so I'm going to be chewing through these characters. And then, I've already said it, but Zareth. It'll be fun to beat an X tonight, that's for sure. And that came out and sounded way too wrong. Way too wrong. But the defense doesn't scare me, so let's talk about how to go through that defense. So here is, my tentative plan. I've already filled in Darth Revan for that General Grievous fight. For Karth, I'm going to use JTR, because that's going to leave me my Rey, my Traya, my Gas, and my Geos to take out the rest of these teams. Because I'll use CLS against Finn and just basically stun and kill Scav Rey, hopefully quickly. That is, in theory, the plan. Let's see if it actually works out. That's the hope. And we'll start on the bottom with that CLS team, actually. Last time I got the Lando and Lobot feat, so I don't have to worry about that this time. Where's my rebels? Do I want to bring in... Yeah, we'll bring in Kanan, just in case. People were talking about Kanan the other day, and how they want Kanan to be good. On this account, I wish he was, because he's G12. My main account, I don't care, because he will never see above G8. Well, this isn't starting how I wanted it, now is it? Let's see. I don't remember how... Spells all debuffs, then grants himself another protection. Protection up. There we go. We're just gonna have to chew through Finn fast. Then try and get Scav Rey before she kills me. Alright. Poe, I don't want you taunting. And we will take out that Chewie. Resistance Trooper can do some damage. Let's heal up. Ends up at 58 banners. I'll take that with how close Luke was to dying there. And that solely comes down to high relics against G12. Though Luke will be G13 soon, thanks to the Jedi Knight Luke requirements making me get him to G13. It's an excellent excuse to get him to G13. I've had him G13 on my main for a long time, and he does good work at G13. So this Karth team, alright, let's go in with JTR. We will daze mission so she's not assisting. Hide everyone but Haldo. And let's see if we can knock out this Karth quickly. Now, ooh, we even got to stun Zalbar, so he must not have a ton of tenacity there. Vet Chewie is disgustingly good, Bison. I was very, very happy when they reworked him, because he's got some monster stats now. Alright, hide everyone but Haldo. Let's heal R2 up. See if we can stun out. No. R2 sucks at stunning. I can never get him to have a successful stun. Alright, dispel. Let's try and kill Canderous. There we go. Everyone's at full health and protection, so 60 banners against Karth. Placing that on defense is a gift. I will say, my opponent I didn't call it out when we did the matchup. I have a 1 million GP advantage over my opponent. It's quite absurd. But that's what Galactic Legends do. When you get a Galactic Legend at a lower GP, it really thrusts you up into a different bracket. And so my opponent is feeling the effects of that. So here is the rest of the battle planner. Let's fill this in real quick. So we have a Nute team. There's a Have Nest and a R4 Stormtrooper Han. So we have Nute, and then we have Geos. So let's talk about how we're going to counter this and why we're going to counter this. So we have Rey, Traya, General Skywalker, and my own Geos left. I feel like I should have more on offense, but I've never faced this this bounty hunter team, but Geos have always handled bounty hunters before. Let's hope. Darth Revan will be going up against this General Grievous squad. Then, let's see. That leaves bring Rey down here against Nute. What are the? We'll use Traya for these Geos, and then gas up here. Yeah, hopefully that's the plan. We'll see how this goes. I have troopers to clean up if I have to. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So let's get back to the action. I'm going to start with these Geos because they scare me the most out of all these teams, actually. Just because they have an R4 spy, and my Sith trio, they are not R4. I'll put it that way. Let's see, where is Traya? So Traya, Scion. Don't even have the Zeta on Nihilus. It's what happens with an alt account, unfortunately. Empire, we're going to bring in Thrawn. Okay, pass turn meter to Traya. Isolate that Brute, so Brute's not taunting. Now they're going to get a bunch of turn. Oof. And there goes Thrawn. But at least he absorbed the big hit and not one of the others. If I can get through this without Thrawn, he just makes it easier. Just needs Scion to live, basically. Now let's get rid of an offense up. Soldier, and apparently not get rid of an offense up. Come on, Scion, you can make it, buddy. Yeah, that's a good point, Bison. I'll be honest with you. This account needs a very, very big mod rework. It just takes a lot of time, to do a mod rework on an alt account, even if it is a 6 million alt account. So, and I don't farm mods anymore. I'm just farming mod materials at this point, so I don't have a lot of crit avoidance arrows. Okay, so let's bring in Rey. Bring in the bros, and I need a tank. This is overkill. Alright. Now let's Make sure my only G12 has survivability. See if we can take out Dooku quick. There goes Dooku. Now let's see if we can bum rush this Droideka. The answer is no. Alright, we gotta roll up. Just keep giving lifeblood, and a G12 Droideka won't do much there. Goodbye, Han. And Nute. Now, let's kill Nest. I am going to pay the extortion here. And now I just need to get the Dispel. Yeah, we'll make sure Droideka can't do any damage. I think I have the Dispel up this... There we go. Alright. Overkill and 60 banners made up. Going in undersized made up for Rey sacrificing her own health. Now we will come up here and Darth Revan this. Could have Skywalkered this and then Darth Revan the Asajj, but I want to undersize the Night Sisters if I can. Yeah, that was too strong. Alright. Let's take away their turns. Oh, that's exactly how I wanted it. Alright. And that should take out Darth Revan. Let's hit Watt and shock the entire team. Now we kill the B2 and hope this B1 doesn't get off or take too much health. Alright, HK should fill his health up and this should kill it. So 56, yeah. I agree on that with HK. Should. Alright. Next, let's go in with Geos here, because honestly, I've never faced them, and my Geos aren't the strongest, but let's hope and pray, because this is for the championship. This was 4-3-0. Okay. Can I take a turn now? I'm going to go after the Mando, 'cause, well, at least he's ability blocked there. I don't want a disintegration to magically appear here. Then I want to ability block the Jango too, so that he doesn't get off his big hit, because at R3 the big hit can be nasty. Alright, let's get rid of Grief. Now we will go after Boba again to avoid an execute. Now we will go after Jango. Yeah, let's heal up now. Yeah, I didn't even look at the speeds before I went in this. I should have. But they all fall to the Geos. Because Geos are a fantastic offensive team. They have so much healing regen. And they're just so... I mean, they can basically apply ability block literally every turn if you line them up correctly. Alright, so 60 banners there. And now Well, now I'm probably going to get a loading error. No, look at that. And now Night Sisters. So we will go in with Skywalker. Where's the 501st? How big of a risk do we want to take here? Alright. We will go in and try and 3-man this. They're not the greatest. Except for, obviously, you know, nailing a stun on the first turn. Let's see. Let's see if we can get Talzin out of here. Yep. And Daka tries to revive, but poor old Daka, you can't revive when Skywalker's there. There goes Spirit, and there goes Daka on the counterattack. Alright, 61 banners. Arc was missing a little bit of protection there. Alright. Next up is a Malevolence. It's only 5 stars. He doesn't have Vulture in the starting lineup, at least. Ooh, I don't want to use Akbar. I think this one, I think as usual, my alt account is going to outscore my main account. Both in the same division, too. Doing well. There's no reason to risk this. Yeah. See. And this should get me the undersized feet as well. So that's what I've been going for. Where's Soldier? Let's get rid of Soldier to get rid of the assists. Drop Daze down on everyone. Now I will buff block Sunfac so I can go after the Hyena until it's cleansed. Alright, let's give everyone Retribution. What Retribution does here is every time Houndstooth is hit, he's going to dispel himself now, and so they'll never get the droids to stick on Houndstooth. It's quite fun. You see there, he dispels it. It means he's going to be constantly ability blocked, but it's worth it to make sure the droids aren't on him. And of course they have Falcon Cheese. Falcon Cheese is great if your opponent brings his own Malevolence. It's it's not fun when you're the Malevolence. I actually run Malevolence on my main account in Arena now. Falcon Cheese. This Falcon Cheese is awful against a Negotiator, though, and all you do is waste 2 of your fleets. Yeah, most of my shard on my main account went with Negotiator, and I'm the only one running the Malevolence in the top 20. And then on my alt, it's basically the complete opposite. Everybody runs Malevolence. See them all over the place. Alright, 64 banners here. So, there we go, 1925. I like this score much, much more than I liked my main account score of 1917. I feel really good about this 1925. I think my first 5v5 with Galactic Legends on my alt, I think we're going to win a championship of round 1. I will update you guys with the next stream. With that said, that's really, all I have for tonight.